Do you think this makes any sense at all? It doesn't make sense. Right? He must be crazy, there's no way such thing is possible. What shall we do about the lightning god sect leader that ran away to the Gorgon? Just leave the weakling alone. Pardon? But I heard the leaders of the 10 sects are gathering in Gorgon after hearing that the new Castellan put his position on the line. I was planning to deal with them anyway for the Chaos Unification plan, so that's actually better. Since Gorgon will soon be completely devastated by ghouls. The presence of an extreme evil that came from Gorgon Castle a week ago. I'm sure that was the Soul King Catastrophe. Catastrophe's presence disappeared quickly, but the scariest part isn't the dissension itself. Ghouls call other ghouls. From now on, they are going to clearly understand the reason that the Soul King Catastrophe is called a disaster. Are you saying that someone is sponsoring the Golden Sky sect? I think it's one of the monarchs of the 12 regions of the Great Land. That can't be true. The monarchs aren't supposed to interfere with chaos anymore. But they have to be at least at the level of a monarch to sponsor an organization as powerful as one of the 10 sects of chaos. I heard the entirety of Great Land is currently involved in a war. It's not impossible that someone is using this opportunity to try to interfere with the politics in chaos. That's why. How about contacting the Resurrection Palace? The Resurrection Palace? The place of resurrection for the monarchs and the 5 distinguished families, and an organization that manages all fruits in chaos. Anyway, if one of the 12 regions is interfering, doesn't that mean they broke the treaty? Yes, in return for the Resurrection Palace seizing the fruits, the monarchs and 5 distinguished families from the Great Land agreed to a treaty, stating that they aren't going to interfere with the politics in chaos anymore. We have to interrogate them on the matter. But we don't have any proof yet. And on top of that, I don't like asking them for help. And what are you going to do if the Resurrection Palace is on their side? The situation is more serious than I thought. What are you going to do now? Manticore Castle was captured, and 3 out of the 10 sects have been subjugated. If you continue with your plan, a war is going to break out. It doesn't matter. They are enemies we will have to fight anyway. The Castellan seems to be trying to withdraw from the position of Castellan, by uniting chaos and getting rid of all enemies. Since a Castellan isn't needed if there is no castle. No way, are you really planning to unite chaos? The unification of chaos is a completely different thing from subjugating the 4 castles and the 10 sects. The Resurrection Palace is a more powerful enemy than the 4 castles and the 10 sects combined. It's impossible with your current abilities. There are things you can't do alone, no matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter. That's why you're here, old man. It doesn't matter. That's why you're here, old man. As you said, I lack experience, and I haven't lived long. But that doesn't matter since you're here, old man. When did I say that I will go with you? Did you not? I can't believe I'm getting this feeling from a greenhorn who just turned 60. And you people, as you might have heard, I'm not simply trying to form a depth expedition team. I will first unite the chaos, then I will destroy the Rebirth Palace which stole the fruit away 900 years ago. If you are not confident you can do it, you may leave. What are you planning to do if none of us help you? Then I will have to do it alone. Didn't we say it's impossible to do alone? I told you I don't need things like that. Then what about the Fire King? What? My reaction is the normal one here. What do you know about him that you would accept the offer just like that? Even more, you guys are the leaders. Honestly, I'm not sure if Sung Ju is a vessel big enough to lead the depth expedition team. The enemies Sung Ju is trying to fight are too strong. So, I want Sung Ju to prove his vessel is worthy. Gorgon already has 6 leaders waiting there. Alright, let's do that. But I also have a condition. A condition? If I have to be acknowledged by you, you must also be acknowledged by me. What kind of acknowledgement? I will open a tournament with the position of the Lord on the line. Be in the top 8 of the tournament. That is the condition by which I will acknowledge you. I will accept your test after that. That will, Lord. Whoever wants the position of the Lord, come. Holding the first Gorgon tournament. Elimination begins from hour 18 today. Ha. It seems you are not fond of the Lord's decision, Internal Fortress General. It's not about personal preference, it's a matter of principle. The Lord had already gotten the majority of them to agree. Majority, that's right. Since the majority among the 5 leaders who agreed were the 3 of you who are newly appointed. During the Jumshanbang situation, 4 of the 5 leaders who were in charge of the inner fortress were killed, and the remaining leader was left physically disabled by the end. Taking that opportunity, he appointed his entourage as the leaders: Finance Leader Claire, Security Leader Zahir, Law Leader Carlton. This is why all matters simply pass through without a care. And how is a mere secondary adapter who was a bar girl going to manage the finances? It seems you have a problem with the Lord's policy. Do you even know what values the policy is creating, Inner Fortress General Nari? No, I mean, that's what your expression tells me. It's the northern stall street at the outer fortress. What? That's... I knew about the tournament being held, but I didn't expect him to find the necessary manpower and the location like this. A total of 13,280,000,000 horn. That's just the direct profit. If I add in the residual revenue, who knows how large the amount will be. Why are you so shocked? I'm not sure what the Lord wants to do. Whether he will really form the depth expedition team, or wage war against all of chaos. But I know one thing for sure. Chaos will change now. Southern part of chaos, the giant sea zone. And the Acropolis that took root there, Dryad. There lies a fortress of heaven which was formed from stems and secretions, formed as a result of the plant-type guardian beast, Dryad, absorbing the water of the giant sea. Dryad. I think something bad is about to happen. Master of Dryad Isa Linecroft. Advanced skill. Clairvoyance. Why are the dead men going towards Gorgon? And one of those 3, the inverted walking maggot. Arg. Huff. I must let the master of Gorgon know of this. Northern streets of Gorgon. 16 rounds in just 4 days. They're taking this way too fast. Leader of Clan Eternal Shin Mu-guk. This is all because of that Kong Huang guy. It's because of him going rampant right from the qualifiers, saying that he's going to kill everyone. Long time no see, Chung-ha. Been a while, Mu-guk. Looks like there's been some progress made again. The same goes for you. Anyway, this is surprising, Mu-guk. The fact that you didn't participate in the tournament even though you like fighting. I like battles, not such meaningless fights. Huh, if Kong Huang heard that, he'd go rampant again. Did it connect? Wood. Kong Huang has lost. Hu, the Lord of Steel's Green Wind Walk. What's Huyu's underling doing here? Who knows? What is certain is that there are a lot of lords who are interested in this tournament. That concludes round of 16. And then right after, the long-awaited round of 8 will begin. We're going into the round of 8 right away. Isn't this going too fast? The master's personality is quite quick-tempered too. Finally, it's the turn of the leader of disciples. Oh. Finally. Are we really going to see the skills of the best warrior in chaos now? Leader of disciples Jago Meng. That arrogant fellow, look at him blinking at us for a greeting. I'll have to teach him a lesson. Calm down. He's only 400 years old. Yes. Here comes the man who'll beat him up in my place. Master, I've heard about your plan. However, it's useless. So that's the new master. That's right. Can this man really win against Jago Meng? This is strange. I sense something similar in him to you. Is he your disciple? Disciple? Can that man really be my disciple? This monster of a man. My opponent's spot was empty on the quarterfinals confrontation table. I later realized that the empty spot belonged to the Castellan. And I'd thought it was a relief. Because the reason that I decided to participate in this annoying tournament was to give advice to the arrogant Castellan. There were people like that in the past, as well. People who gave hope to the others, giving purpose to the lives of the people that had already lost. That's why I came to trample on that hope, since it will soon become despair. Just like I've always done over the past 400 years. That's why I can't admit defeat here. No, I must not. Do you think you have defeated me? Admitting defeat would invalidate my last 400 years. Castellan only stated it as a 1 versus 1 duel, without clearly defining the rules of the contest. I'll give the Castellan's position to the person who can defeat me one-on-one. So what? I want to have a one-on-one battle of intelligence against the Castellan. Wouldn't it only be fair to fight in the way I want, as well? That's dirty, Scholar Forest Sect Leader. If you've lost, just admit your defeat. I knew he would do that. But it would be difficult to decide the winner in a battle of intelligence. He must be proposing that game those conniving strategists love so much. Okay. So what do you mean by a battle of intelligence? Then I'll assume that you've accepted the offer. Welcome to the world of strategic formation. What is this? Since you are a novice, you can check the rules and the controls in the manual at the top. Do you want to check? Yes, no. They say formation, but it's basically just a game. It's said that the nightmare Marx created, inspired by a game from a frontier. Even the strategists from the Great Land often play this game. And throughout the entire abyss, I'm the best at this game. Do you need some time? Since you are a novice, no, it's simpler than I thought. Did he say it was inspired by a game from a frontier? The main scenario involves 3 races and the war between them. And the game is about strategizing to destroy all enemy buildings by collecting resources and training troops in real time. I know a game that has exactly the same system as this one. The frontier game that it was inspired by must be that game from Earth. There's nobody on Earth who doesn't know about that game. I've also played it at least 1,000,000 times. What's wrong with those nightmares? This is straight up plagiarism at this point. Are you fine with this terrain? Zhuge Miang has selected the Lost Garden as the strategic formations battlefield. As you wish. Jiehuan Human Race. Zhuge Miang Nightmare Race. He picked the human race, the weakest among the 3. The nightmare race that I've picked becomes stronger the longer the game lasts. But it can also create winning situations in early to mid-game. First, I'll use my workers to build and lay the groundwork, then use the overwhelming number of troops to win. And no way. What do you think you are doing? Why are you attacking already? And you are even using your farmers to attack. What? When did he build 3 watchtowers in my base? He is straight up building them in my face, like it's his base. Moreover, he is hiding behind the watchtowers to attack. What is this? The farmers with lots of HP block the way when I try to destroy the watchtowers. But I can't leave them alone. I'm trying to defend against them, but this is hopeless. I can't even gather resources or construct more buildings. What kind of strategy is this? This is a common strategy in Korea, and the way to deal with it is pretty well known. There's no way a novice would know about this strategy. You can't play like this. It's common courtesy to not attack each other for the first 10 minutes of the game. Courtesy. And normally, we just construct buildings and gather resources for 10 minutes. Is there something like that in the rules? If not, then it shouldn't matter. Who the hell is this guy? He lacks common sense and reason entirely. He diverges from all the standards I know. Because of that, there's no way. I can predict his limits. I can't win against him. Maybe, for those 400 years. I've just been waiting for this moment to come. I've lost. When did you learn about the military strategy formation world? I thought you were just someone who only spent their time practicing thrusts. Since the new technique, spiral slash, was also partly inspired by my slash, it's inaccurate to say that he's only interested in thrusts. And that technique you used against Jagal Myung. Wasn't it the new technique, spiral slash? Spiral slash. Spiral slash would be the best name for this technique. I only use thrusts. Since that was inspired by my slash, it's a slash. Since both thrusts and slashes are meant to kill your enemies, add the word fatal. Fatal spiral. I'm pretty sure we decided on the name, Fatal Spiral, though. What? You really decided on that name? What about Spiral Slash? I prefer Fatal Spiral to Spiral Slash. You're the kind that does rough introductions. All the old people here aren't even weak. They're all old strong people. There's no real need for me to be nice. For the first time since 900 years ago, after the Abyss expedition fell apart. While he was the expedition captain 900 years ago and gave chaos dreams and hopes, in the end, all that remains of him is a symbol of despair. I wonder how he would compare against Molark. Would he be able to replace Molark? Based on that last fight, he's incredibly strong. He might actually be better than Molark if we just consider the potential he has. But, I wonder how his personality will fare. I don't feel a strong sense of righteousness from him. He's the total opposite of Molark, who was mature and gentle. And, what's with this strange bloodlust I've been feeling? Could he be an awakened? It seems you've noticed it. He's been completely awakened. We'll start the next quarterfinals match immediately. In order to get the best broadcast quality, we'll be filming it on stage. Looks like the next match has started. Where are you going? It's not your turn yet. A complete awakened? In that case. It feels like waiting around for everything to happen is a waste of time. Is he someone who surpassed the third stage of awakening? What strange things does he intend to do this time? Among them, if I exclude Kaiman and Yoon Yong. That woman with the chain sickle. There's something about her that even I can't find out. Who on earth is she? Fortress Master. It's not your turn yet, so why are you here? The Fortress Master has entered the stage. What is he about to say? Hey, newbie. Quickly turn on the recording skill. Everyone, listen up carefully. I've seen enough of the participants' strengths and I know where they all stand. Since it's getting boring to just watch from the sidelines, I'm thinking of changing how this competition will proceed. Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing right now? Priestess Clan Leader Ja Gukryung. Who allowed you to do as you please? And why are you only changing the format of the competition now? I'll cancel the rule of one-on-one fights. Are you asking us to fight in groups? Well, I guess you could say that. That won't do. Splitting the participants into teams would be a problem, and how would we decide on the victor? I think you misunderstood what I said. I'm not saying that we make things complicated by splitting into teams now. There's only one team. The 6 of you will become a team that excludes me. What? Wait. Yes. I will be fighting all of you alone. I promise you this, I'll pass my position as the Fortress Master to the one who's the first to take me down. It's a chance to see how strong the Fortress Master is. Show us what you've got, Fortress Master. I was wondering what it'd be. It felt like something interesting was about to happen. I promise that, to whoever among you takes me down first, I will hand over the seat of the Master. In fact, what I need right now is the people's trust. Trust grows as relationships deepen. And the depth of relationships are developed over time. However, when one doesn't have enough time, one other way to gain trust in such a situation is to display overwhelming ability. You're quite to my liking. It'll be such a waste to kill you right here and now. So I'll leave it at that. What the heck was that? In such an overwhelmingly advantageous situation, one person has declared her withdrawal. Besides, this is quite an annoying ordeal, and soon that one foot will appear. That one? I'll also give up. I don't think I'll be able to defeat the Master with my current skills. This scheming brat from Thunder King clan. I did make it to the round of 8, after all, so even if he becomes a subordinate, he'll at least save face. Is that it? This humble retainer of yours will also abstain. I admit that this humble retainer is not even strong enough to defeat the Master's legs. A one-on-many fight is not fair, in any event. Is this leader of the Southern Sea clan really talking about fairness in this fight right now? They are really not helping the situation. If this goes on, even if the rest are defeated, a scene that will meet expectations will not be produced. That's too bad, Master. I don't think it's working out the way you wanted. Well, that's a pity, but then the three of you at least can attack me. Your arrogance has really no end. I think everyone left to try to save face for you, Master. Leader, let's just show him what we got. No matter how strong that guy is, there is no way he can get through our simultaneous attack. Calm down, Vice Captain. Did you forget that we're not here to fight the Master? Yes, but they didn't come to fight. What are you planning now, Hai Young? I'm planning to assess the situation for just a bit longer. Who's backing Forbidden Sky, pushing the Lord of Steel to make his move? I cannot tell you anything further. Let's just do what we were sent to do. Alright. So what is the work I am supposed to do? We want to know the character of the Master. Character? Oh. So they're saying they want to see how useful of a pawn he is. I get it. Master of Gorgon. We have no plans of quarreling with you. So are you giving up? I don't think that's the right way to put it. Not wanting to quarrel and raising a white flag are completely different things, after all. So you won't fight? What I'm trying to tell you is, we will voluntarily join the Depth Expedition team. What are your motives? What do you mean, motives? Is there even a need for motives, when we are trying to help people stuck in chaos go back to their normal lives? What are you saying all of a sudden? Just grab your knives, will you? Since we're all here, let's have a proper talk. You had no thoughts of giving up the seat of the Master from the start. Isn't that right? Because to begin with, this conversation was never about electing someone new to the seat of the Master, it was to recruit for the Depth Expedition team. Truthfully, I was quite impressed with Master's methods. After the Depth Expedition team failed 900 years ago, no one had been able to do anything on such a large scale as this. Therefore, I am proud to be here with everyone. I believe everyone in the audience feels the same as well. You are not here just because you are curious about the seat of the master. I want to hear everybody's true thoughts. What brought all of you here? Is it really the fight before your eyes? Or is it your chaotic life and future? Highest grade skill, I believe chaos hasn't forgotten your desires. Eyes of righteousness. The Depth Expedition team, yeah, the leader of the Divine Ladies is right. What we really wanted to see was. Is that a skill? Everyone's completely enthralled. Should I just finish with a stab for now? I agree with the leader of the Divine Ladies' words. I didn't come all the way here to the north just to see these fights. It's the Sword General. Is he the Wandering Sword General? Han Myongwan, who is said to be as powerful as the Ten Clan itself. What's with these guys? Are they all together in this? Messenger Eagle. The office was empty for a while, though. When did it come here? A group of dead including a mega dead is approaching Gorgon Fortress. Druid Fortress Master, this is. My goodness. Yes. We shouldn't be having internal conflict now. We should be working together. So, we need to put an end to this competition now. Because we've already accomplished that objective. There are already numerous souls that are willing to risk their lives and join the Abyss Expedition, after all. And now that I have control of the flow, the last thing to do is. However, everyone, there's still an important question left unanswered. Who will be the expedition's captain? That girl is playing her tricks. Yeah. She's using the righteous eye along with a top-rank illusionary technique. And she's retracting her skill now. What on earth are you doing, Priestess Clan leader? I hope that the Gorgon Fortress Master would take up that role. With strength that surpasses the 10 clan leaders and intelligence that surpasses the Savant clan leader, I think the current Gorgon Fortress Master is an unprecedented genius in the history of chaos. As expected of the Priestess clan leader. She's an amazing person who seeks to raise others up instead of herself. Are there any objections to my proposal? The expedition captain is not a position that one can take up with just exceptional strength and wits. In that case, Gentleman Sword, what other qualities do you think the expedition captain needs? Someone who's able to lead numerous members. A suitable personality. I believe that we need to carefully look at the Fortress Master to determine that. And Priestess Clan leader, I think you could do that for us. Me? How would I do that? How about using Righteous Audit on the Fortress Master? We request the Priestess Clan leader to use Righteous Audit. Everyone except the Fortress Master, please leave the stage. Well, there's no helping it, then. If that's what everyone wants. Fortress Master, what do you think? Will you go through the righteous audit and take up the position of the expedition captain? Cook. This is what she was after. The righteous audit, we were completely tricked by her. Almost everyone knows about the Priestess Clan leader's righteous key. Higher stage adapters would ask her to use the righteous audit on them to fill up the enlightenment values in order to move on to the next stage. I haven't tried it before, though. If he just sends everyone flying like usual, then the Abyss expedition would be done for, because no one would want to follow an expedition captain that would stab his subordinates to death. But if we do nothing, then his personality will go through a test, and to think the test is using the righteous audit to test his personality. What will you do, kid? You'll accept going through the righteous audit? Yes. Alright, then. Why have the two of them been standing still all this while? When are they going to start the righteous audit? What? The stage of the righteous audit this time round will be the ocean region. Most of the ocean region consists of dangerous seas like this. So, as all of you can see, things like a ship being wrecked like this happen from time to time. Grab this. Fortunately, a rescue ship has appeared. There's one more person who needs to come aboard, though. This ship can only carry 10 people. We'll sink if we take on any more people. We must leave him behind or else we'll all die. Captain. You need to make a decision quickly. Since when did I get on the rescue ship? Alright, Fortress Master. Let those who are alive continue to survive. Give up on one person. 2. I won't give up on a single person. Even if it means we'll sink, I'll take everyone in. So this is 1. Let those who are alive continue to survive. Give up on one person. The righteous audit. 2. I won't give up on a single person. Even if it means we'll sink, I'll take everyone in. So, Fortress Master, what will you do? 1. Let those who are alive continue to survive. Give up on one person. 2. I won't give up on a single person. Even if it means we'll sink, I'll take everyone in. If he chooses number 1, then someone will blame him for being heartless. If he chooses number 2, then they'll blame him for poor judgment. No matter what the Fortress Master chooses, he'll be questioned on whether he deserves to be the expedition captain. I choose number 3. What? What are you talking about? There are only 2 choices. Number 3 is that I'll save everyone and save the ship from sinking. Did he find the hidden choice? Let those who are alive continue to survive. Give up on one person. 2. I won't give up on a single person. Even if it means we'll sink, I'll take everyone in. The choice that only appears when you look for your own answer. Give up on anyone, I'll save the one who fell into the waters and get everyone to take turns to go into the water while waiting for the rescue team. I won't give up on anyone. I'll save the one who fell into the waters and get everyone to take turns to go into the water while waiting for the rescue team. Choice number 3. The only choice and judgment for saving everyone while not giving up on being human. I intended to make him look incompetent by just showing him 2 choices, but my plan's gone wrong. Let's hear what you have to say first, then. What is the 3rd choice that you're thinking of? They're dying because of the sea, right? I guess so. In that case, I'll just split the sea. Did he lose all rationality because he was too flustered? What are you trying to do? Wait a minute. Wait, that pose. Everyone, get away quickly. Ah. What's happening? An error has occurred in the system, an error has occurred in the system, an error has occurred in the system, an error has occurred in the system. What a miracle. Everyone saved. Captain. Thank you for saving us. Thank you so much. The righteous audit has ended. What on earth do you think you're doing, Fortress Master? How could you? Let's stop fooling around now. Warning: the Gorgon territory has been issued an order, Gorgon 1. What on earth? Fortress Master. As of this moment forward, all events are cancelled and the fortress gates will be locked. What? All residents are to swiftly evacuate to North Street. What the hell's happening? Move right away. The dead are advancing towards us. Are you saying that Black Patch is all dead? The Lightning God clan got annihilated in Manticore, and I'm now facing a swarm of dead in Gorgon. I might actually die today. You're going to die at this level? Then what are you going to do in the Abyss expedition? Fire King, your legs are shaking real bad. Shut up. To think a brat that's not even 900 years old is now taking up the lead role in chaos. Limitless, Southern Sea, Savant, Priestess, Fire King, and Lightning God. Six of the 10 clans of chaos are gathered here. To think I'd see something so crazy in my life again. Doesn't this remind us of what happened 900 years ago? Are you talking about when we went to the Dead Palace? Yeah. Yes. We definitely saw something similar to this back then. I don't know why that thing is here though. The dead that's calling the dead. When a medium dead appears, small dead would gather. When a large dead appears, medium dead would gather. And in Gorgon, the Dead King, a catastrophe, has appeared. The culprit that made each fortress build high walls. The disaster that brings about horror to chaos is approaching. Mega Dead. The backwards walking Magret. Oh Kaya. Save me. Arg. Go away. Kaya. It's over, Kua. Arg. It's all over. No. Honorable Sword. It's a relief. Help her, quick. I'm sorry. Fighting against a ghoul of this size is too much for me. I'm powerless. Extremely powerless. This is a world where any choice made ends up being fruitless. What kind of justice can be inquired in this world? Because this world has no choice. Something like hope. Get a grip, Holy Maiden sect leader. Why? Even if you fight back, you are only buying some time. There's no way you can win. Is he fearless because of his thoughtlessness? No. He is trembling. He is scared. But then, what is the hope that drives them to act? This isn't easy after all. Stop sounding weak. Up there are even more powerful enemies. And a person who can fight them on his own. You shouldn't recklessly destroy other people's buildings. It's an annoying ability. It uses the ability to levitate objects if I get close to it. And if I gain distance. TSK. Damn it. Just like back then, is there nothing a mere human can do? Faced with colossal despair such as this, there's nothing we can do. The people living here need hope. An overwhelming hope. That won't lose to anything. Phew. I should have done this earlier. WH. Who on earth are you? Fortress Master. Don't get in my way. I'll just split the sea then. How reckless. Yeah, he is, but I've decided to protect that recklessness of his. Is that so? Alright, we will do it with you too, then. Where were you this whole time? Fire King. What? I'm busy, so don't talk to me. It's a little embarrassing for me to say this, but I feel like telling this to someone. What are you hesitating about? Don't I look really cool right now? Hack. Say something. Cook. My body is slowing down because of fatigue. At this rate. Right now. Fighting like this feels much better. Days later, Gorgon Fortress. It's been 10 days since the three great dead and Magritte were defeated. That piece of news got all of Chaos excited. In your opinion, after that incident, what do you think has been the biggest change in Gorgon? Living here became nicer. What exactly became nicer? I think that the situation looks pretty bad for one to say that it's nicer to live here, though. But strangely, the atmosphere is lively and cheery. Well, you can only say that because you didn't watch The Path of Waves. Path of Waves, the incident where a black sea of dead was parted by one sword. It's like those who saw it got bewitched. Everyone threw themselves at the Path of Waves and fought the dead. And numerous lives. On that day, what on in any case, the only thing a fool like you can say is that Gorgon is much better to live in now. That's all. Gorgon's residents started to live. What was that? Ah, don't worry, that's been happening pretty often lately. It isn't possible for there to be such a loud explosion unless high-stage adapters are fighting with their spirit power. Come to think of it, he said 6 of the 10 clans have relocated their headquarters to Gorgon. Is there a war between the 10 clans? Well, I guess you could say that. Ho! There's 5 today. All of you still have a long way to go. What was that bullshit? Try spouting it again. Yes. The one that attacked Gorgon. Mega Ghoul Margaret has perished. That's impossible. A Mega Ghoul is as strong as a 9th stage adapter of the Great Land. One needed to be at least at the level of a lieutenant general to fight against it. Even in Chaos, there were only 3 Mega Ghouls total. How? Investigate it properly immediately. Yes. It's impossible. There must be a mistake. For days later, the news spread about the annihilation of the Golden Sky Sect's northern branch, near Gorgon. Weak. What have you even been doing for hundreds of years? How am I even supposed to win against that?